What do you
When
think?
are the elections up? I mean, a lot can happen between now and the elections. They're coming up, aren't they? Are you?
Now, I would hate to run against this polar bear in an election.
That would be very tough, I understand. He's been very popular. He's been all around Coolidge Corner, Brookline Village, Washington Square. He's around town. He's the bear around town.
Are you running for election?
I think he's
I'm running just away from the polar.
He's running away from the polar connection because of the melting of the ice, right?
Yep.
Well, it's very nice to meet you.
A particular question? Do you have any thoughts for him?
Boy, this is a tough one. Yeah.
How much ice do you have now?
What's that?
How much ice do you have in the Arctic
not much
now?
left.
Not much left up there. How much do we have here in Brookline?
We don't have very much ice in Brookline either. It's awfully warm out here for January 28th.
It is, but you're doing the styrofoam collection today.
We're doing
And
this-
how's it going?
The styrofoam collection is just unbelievable.
Foam collection going today, Mr. Dempsey.
We're having great turnout with the styrofoam collection. We announced it in the recycling corner before Christmas, and I think that people accumulated a lot. But we also, we just sent 30 cubic yards of styrofoam out to the factory. They're coming back with another trailer, and we probably have another 10 cubic yards at this point. We also have a petition going because it's ridiculous to think that the taxpayers in Brookline are paying to get rid of this packaging that comes into our houses. And we think it should be the producer's responsibility to take care of that packaging, not put it on the backs of the taxpayers.
And tell us a little bit more about that petition and who's originating it.
It comes from a group that represents the 351 municipalities in Massachusetts to get extended producer responsibility for their packaging. So we'll take this petition and go to the selectmen, have the selectmen join with those other 350 municipalities to instruct the legislature to force companies to do that.
Excellent. Thank you so much for all your work for Solid Waste Advisory.
Well, thank you very much for asking.
All right. Blake Cady, who helped bring the no smoking ban to Brookline. Were we one of the first municipalities to declare that smoking ban?
Right.
And now he's here at Recycling Day at Climate Week, and he's been hopefully visiting Town Hall to look at the Green Homes Brookline energy efficiency experts and at the Brookline's first winter marketplace. What do you think about it, Blake?
Well, this is a great idea. We put some solar panels in our house a couple of years ago and put solar hot water in about 25 years ago. And it's the kind of thing we all ought to be doing. Every time I drive by one of the industrial parks and see all these flat roofs with nothing on them, wasted space, I think of missed opportunity. So we've got to get solar inexpensive enough through big applications to make it so that everybody wants to put it on the roof.
Thank you so much for pioneering solar in Brookline and for coming today.
Thanks, Sherry.
Can you say hi? You want to say hi? Too shy. I understand.
Tell you what.
She did want to say hello to the bear.
Do you want to give the polar bear a high five? You want to give him a hug? A high five? I'll do the high five so you can copy me, okay?
Oh, good.
Ready?
Good.
Oh, you want to do that?
Yeah, we can do a shake too. You want to
Shake?
shake his hand? It's very cold, icy.
So can I just interview you for a moment?
Sure.
Well, so what brings you to the campus, the eco campus of Brookline today during Climate Week?
Well, we care about the climate, and we would like to just see what's going on. And Alina was attracted by the polar bear, so we're here looking at the pile of styrofoam and thinking about what we can do better.
Have you had a chance to check out the winter marketplace?
We haven't been there yet, but we're on our way.
Well, that's over in the public health department.
Yep.
We have a lot of vendors selling delicious vegetarian products and provisions. And in Town Hall, we have the Green Homes Brookline and some workshops, ups and downs of windows. And we have Sun and Earth Powering Brookline Today is a workshop that's going to be taking place where Brookline people who have pioneered solar and geothermal energy are going to be talking about their projects.
Excellent. When I was in 6th grade, my project was a solar water heater. So that was a while ago, but and unfortunately it didn't take. You know, back in the 70s?
Back in the 70s, you were amazing. Thank you for that.
Now it's coming back, so that's good to see.
Yeah.
All right. No, I'm not.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right. High five. Yay.
Do you have any questions for the polar bear?
Not necessarily.
Not necessarily?
Do you know why he's here?
The Climate Week!
He's here for Climate Week, exactly.
He's also here because of global warming,
He's here for
which is produced when lots and lots of materials are made, releasing greenhouse gases, which clog up the atmosphere, and when sunlight goes through it, it hits the earth, bounces back, and then bounces back again. Only a little sunlight gets out. It's melting the polar ice caps.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, we're glad to have the polar bear here today. And he's a self-respecting fellow, and he's got a sidekick here who has named Jeremy Kindle. And Jeremy knows a lot about bears because he is very interested in them.
I am very interested in bears. And I keep telling my two kids to do their part, which is the sticker, which they're all wearing, to do their part to turn off the lights and to recycle and to do all the things that will help us use less energy and treat the earth a little better so that the old polar bear has plenty of ice up there.
Well, thank you, Jeremy, for your work. Jeremy, you are also involved in the Brookline School's green teams that works with Climate Change Action Brookline. Can you tell us a little bit about those projects?
We've done a catalog canceling project thus far, and we had a bunch of people bring in catalogs and we recycled them. And hopefully they all canceled them. We'll see. And we recently we had a special appearance by the bear down at Heath School to bring awareness to the kids, and we've done a poster in the front hall of under the theme, "What would you like to protect?" And the kids are writing down things that they would like to protect in the natural world, and I think at the end of the Climate Week we'll have a nice result.
Thank you so much for your work.
They will be.
Hey, how are you? How are you? Good. Thanks for bringing in your styrofoam. This is somebody, a sculptor, the husband of a sculptor was asking. You want a picture of this too? This heavy styrofoam here. Where do I put this? We'd love to have you sign in as a participant.
Oh, as a participant.
Okay. I will sign it, but I'm not optimistic.
It's kind of confusing. It is confusing.
Does it matter which page you sign on?
Nope. All the way back.
Yeah, for dropping off that stone, that was the petition.
We're doing two because it's been so busy.
They get bundled up and then they
Good to hear.
I will sign the petition. Let me scoot in there.
find historical weeks. But it's all marked. China was.
I do.
So you're the owner of Refoam It, I understand. And could you tell us a little bit about the drop-off and what happens after the drop-off?
Yep. What we do is our company was set up to educate and transport the styrofoam. We have been collecting it so much that we had to send our truck away and come back with a trailer to take it all today, which is great. Brookline has done a fabulous job. We then take it to our plant in Rhode Island, and they have a densifying machine that takes all of the air out of the styrofoam, because styrofoam's 98% air, and squeezes it under pressure, no heat, but just pressure, and it turns into block like this. These blocks are normally 4 feet long, and they weigh anywhere from 80 to 125 pounds. And the beauty of this is now we can transport it economically, because I can put 50 tractor trailerfuls of loose styrofoam, like packing styrofoam food containers, and I can transport it in one once it's in this state. It gets trucked to Pennsylvania, and then the gentleman who buys it from us in Pennsylvania sells it again, and the people who get the product will turn it into mostly picture frames. And then it can, when the picture frames break, they can be recycled again, so it's a closed loop. And between the two companies, we have processed and recycled over 3 million pounds since 2006.
That's extraordinary. I mean, this is lightweight. How did you say that again?
Since 2006. Refoam It and KWD Warehouse have recycled over 3 million pounds of loose styrofoam.
Thank you so much for your work.
Thank
Coming
you.
to Brookline for Climate Week. Thank you.
Thank you.
There's also a petition page on my website. They have a permanent drop-off down there.
Well, yeah, it's a question of
Where? Oh yeah? We'll look at it. Styrofoam, I don't want to eat that.
See you at Climate Week and to see your beautiful jewelry and headgear. Do you want to tell us a little bit about it?
Well, you know, it's taking something and making it into art. And a lot of things can be made into art. I see all your foam over there, and I don't see foam. I see artwork. And that's what people should be doing, is taking things and recycle and making art out of it for everybody to enjoy. Life is short.
Exactly. Thank you so much for coming. And I understand you even do furniture out of
Right.
recycled material.
Oh, I make a lot of things. I've actually made chairs, covering them all with corks. I've used cork records to cover things. I make coffee tables. Yeah, the coffee cans. You know, crutches. I make little crutch people out of crutches. It's never ending what you can make out of things.
Thank you so much for coming today.
You're welcome.
It's really fun.
It's a great exhibit.
Okay. It involves over a dozen displays around town, from Brookline Village to Coolidge Corner. We're now here at Town Hall, the vestibule of Town Hall. And this particular piece, called Step Away from the Car, was created by eco-artist Connie Porter. Connie is fascinated by the idea of getting people to get out of their cars, and she's documented the amount of carbon footprint created not only by car and driving, but by tires themselves. And over here we have an explanation of her installation, and she says there are 290 million scrap tires generated each year around the world. Did you know that 7 gallons of crude oil is used to make 1 tire? We're collectively sitting on 2,320 million gallons of oil as we drive around town. That's over 2 billion gallons of oil. That means that our tires, not only our driving habits, but our tires alone are a huge carbon footprint and cost to the environment. The shop is called Sun and Earth Powering Brookline Today, and it's a chance for people to learn firsthand from Brookline residents and institutions who have installed solar power or geothermal in their own homes or institutions. And it's being led today. It's a panel, wonderful panel. I see there Jim Batchelor. The light is a little hard to see in others, but here's Clint Richmond, who had helped organize the panel. You could talk to him.
Hi, we haven't started yet, but we've got a great panel coming up. We've got Harold Szymanski too, is my other co-panelist, and the technology's working, which is great. While we're waiting, I'm showing the Putnam Library's historical output, live historical output on the web, which is one of the kind of cool tricks and tools you can get for your solar system. Costs a little extra, actually, I should add. So this is sort of like getting the luxury sedan, but this was paid for by a grant, so we're not wasting town money.
Event called Meet the Home Energy Experts. And Next Step Living is the producer of the event. They're involved with a special program called Green Homes Brookline that helps people reduce their carbon footprint.